Generation crap. A trace to follow, step by step. Don't miss the path that's set. You call it guidance, don't ask why. You haven't dared it yet. The thought of change abandoned, the mystery ignored. Along the way, you come to question why life has made you bored. My father said, my mother said, my family said what's right. Grateful praise for history, easy without the fight. Make your man happy, you're the girl, and he'll take care of you. You may ask why. The answer is that's what you have to do. Certainty has proven to provide the stepping stone. You make a pretty puppet on the strings that they have grown. Temporary silence, the silence of oppression. Oppression as the follower of permanent repression. Repress your own depression. Return to your tradition. Return to being oppressed again, a reoccurring mission. Wake up and smell the coffee. That's what people do. What good is it you drink? It's still the coffee that they brew. Spray paint the sign, corruption cut the line, remorseful nothingness of action, pre-documented known attraction. Don't like the fight, fight the system, no strength of the alarm. You decide instead preventing, you'll actually invite your harm. The margins have been narrowed, the pressure is progressive. For austere with motivation, the steam is quite impressive. No tragedy that hasn't been its own known reproduction. Reflections of your sadness have been serving your abduction. The horizon beyond the peephole is a maze within the tide that sends you off on many paths you faithfully abide. You had no vision that was out there, imagination failed. Never ever have you felt better than after you inhaled. Last sonata symphonies have supposed you as free. Unlocked now is the gate of fate. Not needed is the key. You thought it made you unforgiven and permanent your fight. You had to see the light but once your courage kept it bright. Sick tricks, cycle breaks, punching rebels with the stick, melanoma of a reverend stalker, taught ignorance back in your walker. Never chose to take that step, recalled it later with regret. Who was against it was a freak, but now you know you are who's weak. Tall cynicism looks you in the eye. A simple wink of neglect will make it pass you by. Criticism called a fraction of annoyance. Impersonal improvements breaking personal flamboyance. Crusades through territories off limits is the border. Expanding is allowed only within your quarter. Out, you want out, but the out means war. Rebel against the limits because you long for more. The logic of a theme, the patterns of a kind, has been portrayed so often by the cruelest thing called mind. One had thought, set the rules, began to crave, never thought another one would think himself out of the cave. Pregnant hopes with the base being speculations. Disappointment followed stubbornness and wrong expectations. Baghdad, 1990, Racket Street Market slaughter. No further obligations, just 10 Deutschmarks for your daughter. Spray paint the sign, corruption cut the line, remorseful nothingness of action, pre-documented known attraction. Don't like the fight, fight the system, no strength for the alarm. You decide instead preventing, you'll actually invite your harm.